There's a few lamps. Yes, we all gather here. Oil burning, yes. First I will give you a few words and then actually everybody can hear me on we can hear. We have a typical house that has been restored of that period. It has 2 levels, and the reason here again because there is wood enough quantities that you can make a kind of gallery, as we would call it, yes? Elevated parts, and usually what is the use of the lower parts? Animals, yeah. You'll be surprised. It's animals. Don't forget, on Golan Heights today we have still today wolves. There, in the past there used to be bears. There's no more bears here, but in Syria there's still some more bears. So wild animals, and you don't want to have your... Again, we're not talking of shepherds living here. We're talking of regular people, but they have a cow, they have a couple of sheep, they have some animals. So the animals will be staying in the lower floor while the family will go up. Now the second advantage of that is it is
Safety.
it's warm. You know, the heat goes up and animals generate a lot of heat, so it's very warm. Literally. Who is there? Oh, it's an animal. No, it's a real person.
I'm Rabbi Abun.
Oh, Rabbi Abu, now I know. I knew it was. So you can see keep that also in mind. You say it's so dark. It's dark. So in order to have a lot of light, what do you need? What do you need? Oil. And oil is expensive. Keep that in mind all the time. Even today, olive oil is expensive. It was expensive then. Regular people don't burn olive oil for nothing, for just having light. They do it because they're needed before going to sleep. See the last things and prepare your bed and go to sleep. You don't keep the light on. It's expensive. And anyway, you see how much light do you get? You know, in these movies, in all the movies, you see somebody striking a match and all of a sudden he sees his way. That never happens, you know that. Have you tried the candle at home and you get just a little bit piece of, you see your hand. You see your hand. So this is the same. So you need a lot of oil lamps in order to be able to see correctly. So what happened to the people during the day? They were at home or not? They were outside. People went at home to sleep. That's it, to sleep, or to protect themselves from the elements. If there's a blizzard outside, you go inside, but you are in the almost total darkness. The windows are high up. Okay, so the windows are not made for looking outside. They're made for allowing the air and the smoke to go out. Okay, you want to keep the warmth inside, especially in a place like the Golan Heights where the winters are cold. So the windows are not allowing much light. Anyway, even if you wanted to make the window in the middle, you will not have light for the simple reason they will be small like these. Why can't you make big windows? Because you will be weakening the wall. Understand? A window in a wall is less wall. So a big window is no wall. The result, it will collapse. So that's why ancient medieval houses and so on all have very small windows. You need to change the whole technology of architecture, like the Gothic revolution, when they started to change switch the weight of the building in a certain way that the walls were not supporting anymore the roof. And in that case, then you can make big holes, put stained glass window, and have beautiful rosaces. You know, have you seen that in the cathedrals? That's only because they changed the whole way of building. But for centuries and thousands of years, the walls support the roof, they support the whole house. And if you make a hole in it, you breach the strength of the wall. So that's why there's no windows. And if there's no windows, there's no light. Again, the house is for sleeping, for a family. Now we have a good example in Capernaum, where Jesus is giving a few parables. One of them say that you don't come in the middle of the night to your neighbor to ask for bread. Why that? Because everybody is asleep. You don't go. You should, and anyway, that's a parable because that doesn't happen unless there's emergency. Nobody travels at night. So you don't go in the middle of night. Another one that is even I like more is the parable of the foolish and the wise virgins. Do you remember the story? What is a virgin is of course a story about the Messiah. Of course, that young woman is waiting for the groom, okay, but she doesn't know when he will come. So the wise one, what does she do before going to sleep? She prepares her lamp. Have you seen the lamp? It's made of a small piece of clay. It has a hole on top and a hole on the side. On top you fill the oil. On the side you have the wick. You light a wick and you have some light. Now you prepare. That takes a long time to prepare. Now think. You prepare your lamp and you go to sleep. That's a wise person. What does the other one that is not wise? Oh, I'm so tired. I don't know. You know what? I will not even take out my makeup. I just go to sleep tomorrow. And if he comes in the middle of the night, I will manage. Guys, have you ever tried to look in the total darkness to look for a lamp first? Where did I put the lamp? Then when you find the lamp, you are in total darkness. You are just touching around. You found the lamp. Oh, it's empty. Oh, where's the oil? I know there was an amphora at the corner there. Let's go to the corner. Heavy amphora. It has a big beak. And now you have to fill with the amphora the small hole in the... You imagine what a mess you do? You fill yourself with oil in the darkness. You have to fill from a big hole oil that you don't see into a small hole that you don't see. You understand? When Jesus is saying that, people I'm sure they are rolling on the floor from the story. And then... after you are all full of oil and everything and it's full, where did I put the wick? You understand? The parable says you cannot say that when the Messiah comes, I will follow him. The most important thing is prepare. So when the Messiah comes, you say, my luggage is ready. I'm ready to go. And I connect to the other side, the guy who say, I'm burying my father and I am coming. That's too late. Nobody's waiting. You have to say, I'm coming. I'm ready. My suitcase or my lamp is ready. That's the story from the wise and the foolish virgins. So when you see the oil lamp, you understand how this parable makes real sense. You cannot prepare your lamp in the middle of the night. You have to prepare it much before. And everything about waiting for the Messiah is to prepare. I told you about the Kabbalah. To prepare for the reception. Prepare yourself, your soul and everything for the Messiah to come, not when he comes. So that's what I wanted to say in general. Maybe some people are still there in the back and don't see,
Tito,
so we can move forward.
Cooking oil and special oil, olive oil.
No. We have to also think about things. When we think of olive oil, we think of cooking and salads and everything.
Yeah.
At that time, they did not use olive oil for cooking. They use the olive oil for light, 95% for light, and 5% for anointing, priest, anointing the anointed, the Messiah. And of course, for the rich people, they also use the oil for scented oil. They added some spices to make it scented oil. That's it. When they wanted fat in their food, they had animal fat. They use fat from animals. They did not need to use oil. So the oil, most of the oil was for burning. Okay? The extra virgin, good, etc. will be for ritual reasons, for the church, for the synagogue, for whatever. Okay? And also for rich people. In Rome, they added that to anoint the sportsmen, the gladiators, and remember that? Masseurs. In the places of bathhouses, you clean the people with the oil, you scrape the oil out with the dirt, and then you put more oil to humidify the skin again. So that's more or less the use of the oil, not like we do today.
No, okay.
Okay, let's continue that way, unless Baruch want to add something. You're good, Baruch? Okay, he's outside, so let's go outside.